Hey everyone, got a request from one of my learners in the certification classes to explain the numbers behind the LIFO versus FIFO, different costing methods that are out there. So it's one of those I keep telling myself that I'm going to record one of these days and I don't, and finally got a moment to do it. So I want to tackle it here and hopefully it helps you out. So let me share my screen here and then we'll get ourselves going here. Go out to my whiteboard. Okay, so we're going to look at costing from a FIFO versus LIFO standpoint. So the situation we're building upon here is April we bought 100 at $10 each. May we bought 100 at 12. June we bought 100 at 14. We've sold 210 at $20. So we're going to look at it from a FIFO and a LIFO standpoint. And again, this has nothing to do with physical movement as much as the way we are allowed to cost it. So I'm going to draw at the bottom here what looks like kind of like a tunnel coming through. And we're going to be thinking first one's in, first one's out, going through it. So we've bought 100 in April, 100 in May, 100 in June, and we've sold 210 of those. So if we go up on top here and we look at FIFO, the revenue, 210 pieces at $20 each gives us revenue of 4,200. So now if we look at cost of goods sold, the first ones in are the first ones out. So everything's going to move in this direction from right to left. So we sold 100 at 10. We sold 100 at 12. And the last 10 are coming out of June, which is at 14. So working to the left here, cost of goods sold is 1,000 for the April, 1,200 for May, 140 for June. So we add those up and we've got $2,340 for cost of goods sold, which leaves us a profit of $1,860. And then inventory, the other 900 are at $14 each. So we'll do old school math here. Okay. Excuse me, not 900. We've got 90 at 14. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's try that again. I'm really struggling tonight here, aren't I, everybody? So 4 and 0, 36, 90, 1,260 for inventory. Okay. Now let's look at LIFO. The last ones in are the first ones out. So from a picture standpoint, I'm going to draw like a glass here and think of each layer of inventory. Okay, April, May, June. Visually, it kind of reminds me of layers of colored sand, perhaps, that you might see in a bottle or something. But we bought 100 in April, 100 in May, 100 for June, sold 210. So the last ones coming in are the first ones out. Okay? Which means the last one in for the 210 we sold, 100 would be from June from a costing standpoint at $14 each, 100 for May, and the last 10 would be April. So if we look at the math, that's 1,400, 1,200, and 100 for the cost of goods sold. So revenue still 4,200, cost of goods sold 2,700, gives us a different profit number, 1,500. And the last 90 are for April. That's what we have in inventory at 900. So as you go back and look at textbooks and your certification prep and everything else, we built upon what we've had in the past, although the numbers have disappeared from our materials, but this is kind of building upon what we had, so it looks familiar to you as an individual, and for those who are instructing, maybe this video can help you and you don't have to recreate it from scratch every time. So this is the difference between first in, first out, and last in, first out, again, from a standpoint of costing, not physical movement.